I'm here with the queen of positivity, Charlene. She's glowing, she's smiling, and why wouldn't she? We just watched Arsenal, another win at home, 2-0 to Man United. Your thoughts on the game?
Do you know what? It was a little bit different to what I expected. Coming into the game, I felt really confident. I thought it was just going to be an easy game. I obviously underestimated Man U massively. However, they did make it very challenging for us. Mainly
in the first half.
Yeah, in the first half. In the second half, I feel like we managed to find a bit of rhythm and picked up with our performances and everything. But yeah, first half was quite difficult. I think they was just pressing us too much and we just weren't able to deal with it.
No, you're right. I mean, personally, I give Man United a lot of credit. Obviously, they've got a new manager, Ruben Amorim, and I thought he set the team up well in the first half. They pressed quite high up the pitch and they had some success, I think. In fact, I think they could have shaded the first half. But in the second half, obviously, things changed. I think we were a lot more, how can I put it, a lot more focused. Passing was a bit quicker, a bit sharper, and I think that paid dividends. Tell us about the set-piece goals. I mean, that was a difference tonight. Some people have been a bit uncomplimentary to Arsenal, saying that we're a glorified Stoke. But tell us about Declan Rice and the importance to him of the team.
Yeah, I feel like fans are going to have a lot to say about us, you know, scoring our goals from set pieces. For me personally, if that's how we score a goal, that's how we score a goal. At the end of the day, it's a go. It's going to get us to 3 points, which tonight it definitely done that. Declan Rice is absolutely fundamental. It was him, you know, it's him that takes these set pieces as well as Bukayo Saka. And the delivery of them is just on point. It's absolutely phenomenal, which is why we get a lot of our joy from set pieces. So absolutely.
And it takes great skill, doesn't it? Because
exactly.
The balls that have been delivered into the box, what I call unerring accuracy, makes it very hard to defend against. And if you get the players attacking the ball at the right time, it pays dividends, yeah?
Exactly. And people need to give us credit for that instead of trying to use it as a criticism to try and, you know, downplay, because I don't see everyone in the league, you know, getting that much joy from their set pieces. So
no, I'm with you, man. I can't for the life of me see why people are complaining, because as I was saying to Gunnar Lee earlier, it's another string to your bow.
Exactly.
And people have said in the past that Arsenal were predictable. They can only score goals by trying to walk the ball in the net. Now we're scoring goals from set pieces. People complain. But anyway, we won't watch that.
Well, they can also predict that, Arsenal's going to score a goal from a set piece. We see how proud our set piece coach is as well, you know, from the way he is on the touchline.
I see hugging him up on the touchline, and why wouldn't he? Let's talk about some of the players in the team today that impressed for you.
Do you know what? First player that comes to my head when you say that is Timber. You know, I always talk about how much I just love his aggression. Like he's just aggressive. He's confident. And, you know, I really love that in a player. You know, football's all about a game that you play with confidence. You need to be aggressive on the pitch. And that's what I love to see from him, the fight. I feel like he stood out today. Saliba, obviously, you know, our man, I do feel like something's missing when Gabriel isn't there. It's just not quite the same, but it felt like he was sort of holding the fort for Gabriel. So,
he was the senior in the partnership today, the central defensive partnership. Obviously, he's no Gabriel. Normally, he would be the junior to Gabriel. Today, obviously, he's playing alongside Kivior. Shout out to Kivior as well. I thought he had a good game today, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. And Kivior is a player that I like. Obviously, my preferred centre-back is Gabriel, but I feel like Kivior done really well today and slotted in nicely. We managed to keep a clean sheet as well, which is, you know, fundamental and crucial. So well done to Kivior as well for having to step into Gabriel's position and play it well.
So in the last few games, we've been talking about man of the matches. It's either been Odegaard or Saka. Who would you say? Both of those two, I think it's fair to say, weren't at their best today. So in their absence, in terms of man of the match, who would you have given it to today?
Yeah, do you know what? For me today, I'm going to give it to Timber. I feel like he excited me. Out of all the players on the pitch, he did excite me. I feel like it was quite hard for Saka and Odegaard to really do their thing. I feel like Man U sort of studied us. You know, Amron probably studied us, sussed out who our best players are and sort of closed that down a bit. So made it quite difficult for those to shine brightly. So my man of the match was Timber.
Yep. Listen, I personally went for Saliba, but if you say Timber, I thought he played really well. So yeah, that's good for me. Right. So In terms of how it looks in the table, we know that Liverpool dropped a couple of points today at Newcastle. Are you encouraged by that? And do you still think that this title challenge is still on?
Yeah, you know me. I'm not one to just give up. It's very early on in the season. I feel like we have been hit with so many adverse situations, mainly the injuries. And, today, again, we saw a couple of our players out through injury, Calafiori, Gabriel, who would have been starting the game. So the thing is, you just never know what's going to happen throughout the season. Obviously, it's great to see Liverpool dropping points. We was watching that game in between watching our game. So, yeah, I'm over the moon, the fact that they've dropped points and that gap is closing in a bit. Yeah. We managed to get the 3 points
down to
as well.
7 now. It was
exactly
9.
Let the countdown begin. We managed to get our 3 points. I guess the key thing is we just need to stay focused on the things that we are in control of, which is going out and winning the games with whatever players we do have available. And we need to keep believing, don't be put off by what the stats say, what the pundits say or whatever. Just stay focused on your game, go out there, fight, win your games, and the rest will take care of itself.
Well said. At the end of the day, you take care of what you control, and then the chips fall where they may be. Right, let's talk about the game just very briefly on Sunday. It's against Fulham. A couple of players in the Fulham team were favourites at Arsenal. Smith Rowe.
Reece Nelson,
Leno, Iwobi, what I mean? So
countless. It's almost like a backup Arsenal team.
That's right. So, but I'm expecting a tough game.
Yeah.
But it's one that we need to win. How confident are you going into that game?
Craven Cottage, isn't just a walk in the park. We know Fulham can be quite a challenging opposition as well.
And took points off us last season.
Exactly. So I am feeling okay going into that game. I'm just hoping, the team that we had available today are all fit and okay for Sunday. But I believe in the team, and having Odegaard back, is a fundamental player for us. I believe in the team, and I do feel like we can get something out of the game for sure.
Yep, we need to win. Going into that game, listen, since the international break, been on a really good run of form. And I actually think, in a weird kind of way, that although some of our go-to players, as it were, weren't at their best today, the fact that we won the game and didn't concede is still good, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it definitely breathes a lot of confidence into the team as well. The fact that we have been winning our games continuously, the big win against West Ham, as well as getting a clean sheet tonight and scoring 2 goals, is definitely going to fill the team with some confidence. So going into the game on Sunday, we're going in good spirits. The fact that Liverpool have dropped points as well, that's going to fill the team with even more confidence as well. So absolutely, we'll definitely.
And with the games coming thick and fast, do you think that the manager might be tempted to make a few changes? I mean, we didn't see Nwaneri today, didn't see Sterling again. There's a few other players that are probably chomping at the bit, wanting a game. Do you think he should go with the main 11, or do you think he should, start introducing some of the guys who are on the periphery of the team?
The way Arteta is and the way he sort of sets up, he doesn't really like to make too many changes unless it's 100% necessary. So if I'm being completely honest, he's probably going to keep the same team or something very close to the same team. I can't see him saying, all right, we've got Fulham now, we're going to make all these drastic changes. I think only if Gabriel is available, then he'll come back in. If Calafiori is available, I would feel like he would make those little changes, sort of revert back to the main starting 11. If not, I think he's going to play it pretty close to what we have been doing, because he's just not known for making bold changes like that.
Okay, Charlene, thank you very much. Take care.
You.
See you soon.
Thanks.
All right.